Jimenez from Amp Live TV and Amp Live, the Amp Live Real Estate Show, coming to you here live today. It's usually for Friday highlights and Pulse of Real Estate, public service announcements. We're also going to be taglining. Part of the show is Offer Fridays. Okay, so we did change up the schedule a little bit. I won't be here tomorrow because I'll be back for Sunday rants and raves. Monday will be deal stories, and what we're talking about is you're coming in for the weekend into Mondays, and then Wednesday be a little education Wednesday. Every Thursday we'll be doing our live domination webinar. That's just basically showing you how to dominate your area, your backyard, wherever you're at, or don't care where you go, but I'm going to show you how to dominate your area with creative real estate investing. At the same token, here we are Friday, so Friday highlights and Offer Fridays. Yes, Fridays offers going out. We used to do that on Mindset Money Monday or Mindset Monday, where you just toss out offers, rekindle the stuff that either didn't fly, didn't lock up, or they changed their mind, or they didn't sell the property. We go back to them, say, hey, did you sell the property? No? Okay, would you like an offer? Yes, boom. So we're going to move that from Monday to Fridays. So Fridays will be Offer Fridays as we go into the weekend, hitting those deals on Saturdays and Sundays and seeing what's transpiring with whatever crazy stories. So there's always a crazy story. We're dealing with creative real estate investing or just distressed property in general, right? So definitely like, love, and share. Appreciate it. Hashtag, it's the Amp Live Real Estate Show. You can hashtag Get Erick Paul Live. Get Erick Paul Live. There'll be some new stuff that's rolling out. Today, I'm going to share with you a hard money calculator. So this way, it's part of the Amp Live Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator. So like I said, if you get a call from us or you get, text or something, it's because of that chart. It's because of that program, which was in the founding members and charter members. Shut that all down. We're all good to go for that right now. And now it's unlimited. So you can sign up for it. I'm not sure if it's updated on the website. So hopefully it is. And that gets done correctly. But yeah, a little bit of growing pains there, pain in the butt to try to get stuff going in that direction. It's a lot easier to do the one-on-one mentoring. We understand what we need. Business owners know what they need. Higher clientele is a little bit different as far as understanding what they want and what they know and what's out there until they get beat up in the industry and go, man, that sucked. I think I need your help. Can you help me, Erick? Please, I need some help. No problem. Let's go. Let's roll. See if we're a good fit, and we are. The other program, the Amp Live Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator, yeah, hey, it's for everybody. Newbies, seasoned investors, agents, brokers, you name it. That's the foundation to step into creative real estate investing. And obviously the Amp Live Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator has, the vault and has all the contracts, everything you need to do your first deal, second, third, or fourth deal and beyond. And then obviously it's a segue into our one-on-one mentoring program, which is the American Mentee program, where we train and mentor you and others across the United States of America, truly one-on-one to help you build and scale your business. So those are usually like, business owners and things of that nature, or just people that are wanting to rock and roll and change their life a little bit, or they love their job and they just want to put some money and invest and things of that nature. As we get into the summer, we'll be getting into some what's called friendship deal training, friendship deals training. We'll be working on some of that today. Obviously, with the VIP Execs Realty Lending and Investments, as you come aboard the Amp Live Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator, or even the American Mentee program, you get introduced to VIP Execs Realty Lending and Investments. That's going to help you with doing deals, right? We're having a conversation today about double transactions, transactional funding, double closes, and all that good stuff. As a lot of people are starting to do that, as well as novations, for the ones that are too tight. Because if you're doing the creative real estate investing business, right, you're going to wholesale it at 60, 65, 70 cents, 70 cents on the dollar. That doesn't work. And you got to start pivoting and moving into, hey, I can get you some more money, right? Maybe it's some cash now, some cash later. And if that doesn't work, then you start moving into, well, heck, how about an option? If that doesn't work, then we move to maybe a loan or listing it or novate it, right? Because you can go up to 85, 90 cents on the dollar, do a novation. And we're talking about that too, because look, sellers can back out of a novation, but I'll share with you. And we talked about that today because I had some concerns with it. Other people did who are in the program. They're going, what about this and what about that? It's a great question. This is how you fix that. So we'll definitely, it's in the training, I believe. I'm going to go ahead and just post that in there. Now, I'm not sure if this should be for the American Mentee program. And this is for, let me check. But happy Friday. Hopefully you're doing well. Hope you're geared up for the weekend, and summer's coming in. It's getting toasty out there right now. This is just live, so I'm not sure if this was canned up, and we had some that are obviously at 2 p.m. on Thursdays. Every Thursday, you can jump on that. Friday is going to be 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. And that's if time permits. The shows can be set up, but they may get postponed because if we're rocking business and other things are happening, our mentees and our students need help from us, then that's what's gonna come before that. Or it might be a replay. We may can it, get it in, and then you'll see it at 2, but it may be a replay. But at least we're making it happen. All right, so let me go ahead and put rock and roll in there, and I'm gonna post this up in there just for watching. And definitely jump on it if you can. I would suggest it's free. And this is going to be your Subto calculator. I'll put this right up in here. You catch this at Thursday Domination Live webinar. And let's see what else we got for you today. Some other goodies. But yeah, things are happening. I mean, people are thinking they can stay in their homes a little bit longer, and then they're losing their house to foreclosure, which sucks, but it's happening. I don't know what to say about that. The market is the market. People are doing what they're doing, even in the state of what's going on with America, right? America's still the greatest country in the world, but it's all about the leadership, right? And what policies get passed. And we're talking about that before, like, hey, what if things change? What if that happens? What if AI and all this crazy stuff? And it's like, well, yeah, you just know about it. You should know about it. But if you're building a business and it doesn't hopefully affect your business, or if you're in real estate, you're going, you know what, just, put your head down and grind, do what you need to do, build a system that, that's going to, ride you through the storms, right? And including creative real estate investing or just real estate investing, period, right? Get those assets, get that passive income, residual income, things of that nature, and build it out. Things are going to happen, right? No matter what, but at least it'll give you a fighting chance to be able to do what you need to do to rock and roll. Let me make sure. What do I got here? Oh, okay. Let me check. I'm pretty sure we should be live. I always like to house check and make sure that we're good there. Put that over there. And let me double check. Yep, it says live. Cool. So some pretty crazy stuff like for the DM stuff. So I guess Facebook's tripping out with all this DM thingies. With because that's how, people recruit and they do their business, right? I don't care if somebody shoots me a DM if I want to. It's no different than an email or a text. All good to go, right? It's all business. But they wanted me to hey, if you want to use the DM, they click the button and then you want a passport or ID. I'm like, oh, fuck you. I ain't give you shit. You already got enough information. You already hear and listen to all the shit we talk about and do anyways. I can jump through no freaking hoops and shit. We'll go somewhere else. Before we're doing business before there's social media and all that stuff. It is the new currency. But if we're building our own brand and your own brand, that is the currency at the end of the day. If you can accomplish that, it's not easy. It's no different than creative real estate investing. It's not easy, right? If it was, everybody and their mother would do it. So at least I know that we can help you because we've been doing this long enough. It's battle tested. And yes, with one-on-one mentoring, it's a selection process. With the Amplified Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator, hey, at least you get in and it's going to help you. Some people don't know. Well, what is it going to do for me? Is this, that? Hey, it's like nothing to sell. Very simple, right? You tell us what you want to do and where you want to go, and then we'll see if we can help you. Period. Plain and simple, right? Once you tell us and tell me what you're trying to accomplish, I'll say yes or no. No, we can't help you with that. Good luck. Here's some resources. Go that way. Or we're going to say, yeah, no problem. We can help you with that. Here's the game plan, and this is what it costs. Because nothing's free in life, period. That's just the way it is. Very simple, right? Straight to the point. And that's what we're going to stick to. So a lot of that stuff is happening, especially with this type of stuff here, and I get it. But let's get into the calculator. It's really awesome, right? So let's say you get into the program and you watch the videos, and you're going to be on Tuesday support, Wednesdays deal analysis, Friday we do a little bit of training, obviously, and then obviously it'll be just if you are in, depending on what program you're in, right? Just live coaching, so be a part of that, and listen in and take notes and all that good stuff. If you're on the founders or charter member, then you actually got put into RC system where we actually train and mentor people one-on-one and other Americans throughout the United States of America one-on-one, right? Then you got access to that. That means you get more time, right? We're going to speak with you. We're going to rock with you. You're going to become our testimonials is what that's going to be. So congratulations to you. And I always say congratulations to all past, present, future mentees of America for Americans helping Americans. That's one America at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, doing our part to get America back on track together with you and others across the United States of America. That is our true cause and mission. Make sure, what the hell is that? Let me turn that off. Skip that. Yeah, those ads all the time, man. Social media is as bad as TV as it used to be, right? You got TV, then a commercial, TV and a commercial, TV and a commercial. I wish you just eliminate all the commercials, even on the movies. You know, you buy these software thingies and stuff, and you pay all these different little prices instead of to get rid of cable, but then you still got to pay for that. And then you're paying for a service and it has freaking ads in it. Then if you want to eliminate the ads, you pay some more. Someone should make some software out there. I know it's on a phone, but they should make it on your TV where you could just plug that in. It's probably a chip or something, and just say, eliminate all the damn advertisements. I get it. But there is a place and time for those, right? Because it'd be like, hey, I guess I'd be going, if I was advertising on TV, I'd be like, no, we want you to see our ads. We want you to see our ads, right? Because that's how we make our money. So there's always the good, the bad, and the ugly at the end of the day. Pet peeves and all that good stuff, right? But Friday highlights, Pulse of Real Estate, what's happening? NODs are happening, pre-foreclosures are happening, divorces are happening. All kinds of stuff is happening across the United States of America, as well as just the economic cycle. Hyperinflation, which is crazy because I was talking about hyperinflation probably 15 years ago. And I shared it with my wife a long time ago. Did you know? Because I like to look into cycles and trends and like to go back, 100 years and then see what transpired, right? What's going on? And look for patterns, look for things that repeat by accident and repeat on purpose. There's a lot of repeat on purpose thanks to the government, right? They do all that stuff. Repeat the shit. It's in their book. And then they try to delete history so you don't remember or generations don't remember, and then repeat the shit like they got the secret code, right? But people are awake. People are not stupid at the end of the day. And not to mention, you can't suppress a civilization. You try to suppress a civilization, they just revolt and they'll blow up in their damn face. At the end of the day, that's just the way things go. But check this out. All right, no theory, no fluff, just real estate deals in action. That's what June and July is all about. Deals. June Deals Day, Deals Month, and July Deals Month. I'm going to even have some challenges that we're going to be rolling out. We're going to be rocking with agents and brokers as well. We have that. So we're always rolling something out. You roll it out, you test it. If it flies, awesome. If it don't, boom. We just keep it in-house to ourselves, and we'll monetize the shit out of it and go from there. You snooze, you lose, as I believe, as I say, at the end of the day, right? So take advantage. If there's stuff coming out, it's because we worked on it and it's working. And if you pick it up, great. If you don't, it's okay too. But you can also scan that QR code right there. Like, love, and share. Go watch it in and out as this runs, because it obviously gets posted and monetized and turned into shorts and all kinds of stuff. But you can go right there and scan that QR code and book some time with myself, my team, do a breakout call, do a live or whatever. Just make a friend, ask if you want, and obviously I'm going to share what we have available and what it costs. Like I mentioned, right? You tell us what you need, and if we can help you, great. Here and then here's the game plan, and this is what it costs on everything, right? If we can't help you, we'll point you in the right direction, give you some advice that we've learned from over the years, and you either take it or you don't. Totally up to you. No harm, no foul. That is the protocol for 2026, 27. Same token, man, guys and gals, no noise. There's so much freaking noise, like these darn things, right? Even though you're watching some, man, there's an ad pop up, unless you pay for it. And dopamines, right? Dopamines. It's the new currency right here for the brain. Just sucks up all the brain juice, right? And you're trying to do something to pop up. You're trying to do something to pop up. You're like, man, I'm ready to smash this phone, right? You just want to get something accomplished. Right? Put your head down, one thing, that's it. Let's get it done and move forward. Also, but it makes it harder. A lot of people, it seems like they're going back to emails, right? They're reading emails, they're responding to emails. Text is starting to get blurred out, kind of like email, blah, blah, blah. But people don't. So, they still answer, they still respond, right? But it's easy to say no on a text. It's easy to get text lost in translation, as well as impersonal. And then even the phone, when you're calling people, right? Cold call, whatever. Even if they're warm calls, all this stuff, just people don't want to pick up these days, or they do pick up, or it changed their mind like every day. It's just something new, right? But it is what it is. And I feel that too. Like a lot of less stuff just coming at you. And you're like, I need to wash it away. Focus on what I need to focus on. Slow down, dig in, get results, or I should say execute, get results, and then rock, right? But, with so much stuff, and even when I got started, all we had is a phone and the internet, right? That's it. Email, no text. And, there wasn't no social media and all the different platforms and stuff, right? There's websites, marketing. Yeah, still had Google ads, right? That was still available. Right? All that good stuff, and it still is pay-per-click, obviously. But let me go ahead and move here to this here. I want to share this with you. All right, so it's a hard money calculator. So when you do come aboard the American, or I should say the AMP Live Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator, this hard money calculator is for you. Now we may promote it, and share it, or just pop it out there like we did with the Subto calculator, because it's absolutely free and anybody can use it and get to it. If you want the hard copy of the spreadsheet, then obviously you got to come aboard the AMP Live Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator, or we may give it away if somebody wants it, or we may just give it away as part of a package, whatever. How that goes with, just the goal is just to get you into our ecosystem so we can share with you and sell you some stuff or not. That's the business we're in, right? So we're in real estate. We're actually in the trenches. That's what we're doing today. So a bunch of leads came down the wire, not just from mentees, but from us and how we do campaigns in the all four counties, as well as other areas like Texas Triangle, Florida, there's Nashville, there's Montana, there's Tennessee, like Ohio, like the Dayton, Ohio, the Beaver Creek action down there. Other places, if there's a mentee, I'm not a fan of Washington, but if we get a mentee in Washington like we've had before, then we'll be in Washington, we'll be rocking and rolling. So we will only go into states where we have a mentee and we paper up and we trust them, and we're going to rock and roll do deals there. Guarantee it. Just got to show up to the party. But this hard money calculator actually was put together simply because, look, people are going, well, how do I know if I'm going to qualify? Plus it simplifies and it keeps a lot of the phone calls from, people, because when you come aboard, you get access to VIP lending. You get introduced to them. They're going to help you with your fix and flips and your burr and your buy and holds and all that good stuff and novations and everything, right? So when that happens, 1 second. Oh, checking out for the day? Okay, cool. I'll go ahead and do this for a second. Okay. All right, cool. So I may have a guest or two. I threw some links out there, like I mentioned before, right? If you join, you join. You want to show your mug on, you're cool. If you don't, it's okay. Open door policy, awesome. But let's talk about this hard money calculator, right? Because it's very important. You put in the information, and it pops out whether it's a deal, not a deal. And if it is, then you actually press a button, and it'll put a 2-page proposal together for the hard money lenders. So it makes their job a lot easier. They'll look at it, they go, okay, cool. They'll run the numbers, run the comps. And then if you're already approved, because that's the purpose is to get approved with them, they're like, boom, okay, let's do it. It makes it streamlined faster instead of trying to give them a call and give them scenarios and a text and an email and here's the address, all that good stuff. No, take the time, fill it all out. We'll even train you on how to fill out this information. I'm actually going to do it right now as we get in there, and I'm going to share it with you. Let me go to the actual calculator. So Americans helping Americans, own your piece of America. I like it, right? A new tagline. What do you think? Americans helping Americans, AHA, Americans helping Americans, own your piece of America. That's the way it's supposed to be, right? Remember, that was like the American dream. Get a good, awesome job. Go ahead and do, buy yourself a piece of property, maybe build a business and all that other good stuff, right? Buy some assets, stocks, bonds. So as you can see on the top, it's going to say Amplified Media, VIP, execs lender, preferred partner right there. Apply now. So you can actually apply. And all that means is that when you come aboard anyways, or if this is floating around, if we decide to push it out there, then you'll be able to have access to it and use it. Say, hey, let me put in these numbers. So we're looking at a number prop right now. It's at 865,000. Now, obviously, you'd have to put in all your information. Put in Erick Jimenez. Property address is going to be NA for right now because I'm going to put the address right. Put my telephone number. Put my email. ARV 865-123. Purchase price, I believe, was 500K Ronies. Oh no, it was 6. It was 609. 609,000. Estimated rehab was $75,000. Rehab contingency 10%. Buy side put 3,000. Single family, yes. The property condition, property condition, cosmetic, moderate, full renovation. Always reminds me of Reno, Nevada, right? It's like the biggest. What does it say? The biggest. I don't know, resort in, I don't know, whatever. It's supposed to be like Vegas, right? I remember I went there a long time ago. They had a what the hell was it called? Bonanza. A show used to run, Bonanza, with Haas and all that good stuff, right? Full gut right there. And then it goes over here, investing experience, right? Beginner, you can put beginner, 1, 2, 3 deals, 10 deals, 4 deals, fix and flip. Is it a burr? Is it a wholesale? Is it buy and hold, right? And obviously we'll be bringing down the wire too, because they'll have like the double transactions, transactional funding, DSCR loans, conventional, all that good stuff, right? So liquid reserves, I'll put 250,000. Okay. And then we're going to do loan requests. So let's see, make sure that it's coming up here so you can see it. Cool. Hopefully you can see that. Next, I'm going to actually roll it on the TV back here so you can actually see it this evening. It'll be a little nicer, and maybe you can see it better. Hopefully you can read it here on the screen. Let me get back to it. We'll just go through the whole scenario, okay? Loan amount required, $500K. Right there, and it should be 500, right? Agent commissions on this are at 5%. Because this is going to be like just a hard money loan, right? Boom, we're going to get in. Seller concessions, 1%. Staging marketing, 1,500 buckaroos. South side, 2,500. Monthly property tax, 250. Now, obviously, you're going to pull this stuff up. You're going to do your homework, right? You're going to do the ARV. You're going to pull up your information. You're going to pull up your comps and all that beautiful, lovely stuff. Let's make sure we're good there. All right, cool. All right, we're looking good, looking good, looking good. Monthly insurance, 150. Utilities, 100. HOA, 0. I don't even put that in there. All right, let's go over here. Interest rate, 12%. Now, it could be anywhere, right? It could be 7, it could be 8, it could be 9. We'll just put 9%, okay? The higher the rate is going to be less experience. The more experience you have, the lower the rate. So we'll put it kind of maybe right in the middle, about maybe like 9%. We can put 7%. Terms 12 months. Origination. If it's a small loan, it may be 2 points. If it's a higher loan, 1, 1.5, 1.75. Expected hold. Now you can put a 6-month pad, 5-month pad. We're gonna put 5 months. Shits and giggles. Monthly interest rates already calculates it for you. Full draw at close. Now you can click this here, and it's gonna tell you, right? I want to do full draw at close, construction draws, refi, cash out. Which one is it? You know, if it's a burr. Notes right here. Put rock and roll. And this is the AMP Live Creative Real. All right, paint. Sheesh. All right. Now, that's kind of looking cool, though. I like that. Have some weird letters there. State. I know how to type. Right? No, maybe not, right? I suck at typing, huh? Creative real estate investing. I get that one? Cool. Accelerator. Here we go. Program. Okay. Boom. Jumping that. Right there. So then it's here. Let's get into the results. Are you ready for the results? Let's go. Let's take a look at the results. See what we got here. Here we go. As we roll down, dun, 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 dun. Loan analysis and qualifications, strong qualifiers, submit your application, LTV, LTC, equity, cost of capital, and net profits is what it's going to give you. So here's what right here, right these, right? Little abbreviations, acronyms, whatever you want to call them. Loan to value, 57.8%. Loan to cost, 72. Now, some people may go, oh, it needs to be at 75 or 80, right? It's okay. Maybe it's 70. Usually the bottom line is 70. Net profit, our projected net profit is $83,350. We go loan to value position. We're up here, right? This is all green, 65 max preferred, and then it gets into the higher numbers here based on a color graph. So I know you may or may not be able to see this, but you see loan and property math. Purchase price $609,000. Rehab with contingency $82,500. Total project cost $694,500. ARV after repair value is $865,000. Loan amount requested is $500,000. Down payment cash for needed $109,000. Closing cost $3,000. So as you can see, boom, 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 requested. It does tell you max loan benchmarks right here. Right now, max loan at 65%. 1 second. What we got here? All right, so let's loan max is at 562. At 70, at 75% ARV is going to be 648. So we're pretty close. We're at the 70% mark, right? Let's get that. And that's about 605. So we're pretty darn close, right? Then we come over here to the cost of capital, original points, etc. Let's see what we got here. Hey, how's it going? All right, we'll drop in. Hey, how's it going, Rodrigo? What's up, Rod?
What's up, Eric? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Just dropping in really quick. I only got
I know.
2 minutes.
Hey, appreciate you, man. Yeah, thanks for dropping in, man, for sure. So I know a lot of stuff's going on. Maybe you just kind of give us a synopsis, what's rocking and rolling. By the way, if it's okay, I know, hey, congratulations. Have an awesome, you know what, and, with your anniversary with your wife and all that other good stuff, man. So I remember heck, man. I've been married. Sheesh. I think I got done. I should know this stuff, right? Because if my wife was here, she'd be pissed, right? But it's almost 30 years, man. So.
Nice. Congrats, man. Congrats.
So tell me what's going on. I know I've been busy today, so that's cool, man. You're doing great, by the way.
It's been a productive day. I'm really happy about that. I know we got to talk to a few leads via text and one over the phone. So we're looking to. We have one appointment for tomorrow, right, at 3 p.m.
Right.
Yeah, so that's that, and then we have a follow-up with one of our leads in Big Bear on Monday at 10 a.m.
Right.
I think, because she's Florida time. I know. I'm sure she meant 10 a.m. Pacific our time.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too.
Yeah, because both of us are here in Cali, so.
Yeah, she still might be on Cali time. We're hoping, right? But we'll confirm with her.
So that's a good thing. I'm hoping that we can get something out of it in the next few days. A few offers out, and one will hit on.
Yeah, definitely. And like I mentioned, we'll be writing up some offers today. So I'm gonna. Well, I know you go celebrate and do your stuff, and then later on this evening, if you get it, or in the morning, before your other event, we'll go through the contract real quick, right? So you can review it, take a look at it. And then make sure you understand the points. I know you'll read it and study it because you're like me, man. You're gonna read it and you want to understand and know what the heck you're serving up to, these sellers, and how to go from there. So we'll do that, and then probably maybe on Monday I'll go over with you again with this one will be a LOI, letter of intent.
Uh-huh.
So we have a couple more options for her. Remember, because like the Big Bear lady, she's like, hey, cash, or we can do some type of creative stuff because she's flexible, right?
Yeah,
we'll put that on there. Hey, here's what it is cash. If we go cash, and we can do that and move quickly, or we can do something that's sub 2, right? And still, get her paid, but over a period of time, and it'll be a hybrid of like some seller finance stuff, which I'll share with you when we catch up again. And then I think it was the T one, right? That's South Bay. Now we got to get a hold of her, so we got to hopefully maybe we can visit with her Sunday. I know your schedule is a little different. But and then Sunday I do the church thing. I think you do too. I'm pretty sure, and a little dinner and family. So if we can go visit with her towards the evening and knock that out, then I know we can help her. She just has to be open to it,
right.
As you know, right? And I think we discussed that one. How do you feel about that one?
I feel good about it. I just feel like she's just kind of like in between, like yes or no.
I know, right?
Yeah, I feel like her expectation is pretty high on trying to get another loan. And we were talking about it, it's like whoever comes in as a second loan or a third loan, it's going to want to take advantage of the situation because they're going to see everything that's happening.
Right.
So yeah, that's probably going to put her in a bad shape. So, so I'm pretty persistent on that one. I know we can get it down to work something out with her. It's just more, obviously, like you said, she's an elderly lady. So the way they perceive information and the way they expect things also is very different from today's world.
I know.
Yeah.
True. That's for sure. So we're treading, giving her the opportunity to, as they say, not intentionally, right? Because obviously, a lot of people will hang themselves, right? I was talking about that earlier, where people, hey, we got these solutions, we got the money, we have the options for you, and then the property goes to foreclosure or something happens, and it sucks, right? But I don't know if it's just the way things are right now, like you're just saying, right? The state of everything, times have changed, and attitudes have changed, and the way people think has changed, right? So we're just doing our little part, right? And to help out and to see if we can help them out. And at the same token, we don't work free. We don't work for free. Nobody works for free. So, but we're not trying to kill it either, right? And just help them out. So I know you got on a phone call today. How was that?
That was really good, actually. I got to hear everything, the way you kind of just structured things and how you discuss everything with the seller.
Mm-hmm.
I did actually. Now I understood how you said, like, let them talk. They'll spill everything out, and I mean, it was true. She's going through something, and she basically told us what she wants and what's happening and how we can help her. So I got a really good feedback on that call. I mean, it was what I was telling you is I have that recording. It records all the calls. Mm-hmm. So it's more for feedback from me, and I get to listen to it and see how you handle the call, how you help me with those things, and how I can better myself up for the next call.
Right. No, that's beautiful. Yeah, and I know that once we can continue to keep filling the pipeline, man. We're talking about, right? Fill up the pipeline, let it overflow, let the good ones, they're going to rise to the top and are ready. Then boom, we'll strike, right? Yeah. And in the meantime, you're learning, and you're adjusting to what's happening with some of these people, and just kind of maybe reprogramming some of the stuff that you're thinking about before, what you thought or what you've been trained on, and just converting to stuff that's going to work for you, right, in the industry.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've heard about creative financing, creative stuff, creative real estate in the past, but never really gotten more detailed on how to go about that. I know in the last recession, that was a big thing with investors, creative financing. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the people that kind of got on the wheel on that and learned it and the ins and outs, they made millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that kind of got me thinking. It's like, okay, well, it's not just wholesaling or fix and flip, but there's basically many ways to skin a cat. So
yeah, and it's something that's going to help you sustain in the business, right? It's almost like a stepping stone. People, like I always say, start off as a bird dog, then there's wholesaling, and then you want to, some people use their bank, and then they get into, hey, I need more leverage. How do I learn that stuff? And creative real estate comes to the table. And then you start learning whatever's going to work for you, exit strategy wise, right? So this is it's a little different, but at the same token, it is a necessity, right? Like I say, call yourself an investor. You're an investor, right? You don't want to be a wholesaler forever, right? So might as well start now and keep on and learn what you need to. At the same token, you're wholesaling, right? Make some buckaroos and have some options. What you don't know is you don't know, because that's what we're here to do, right? To help out with us. And how do you like the idea of being able to structure these deals with different exit strategies? Because obviously when you're learning stuff and you're getting into the wholesale stuff, you're like one trick pony, right? 60, 65, 70 cents on the dollar. And then you're going, well, that's it, right? Once you're done, you're done. You got to split when they're knowing that now there's more options.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a great thing, like I said, especially in today's world and how we're living, and with interest rates pretty high still, and the housing market here in California. Yeah, it's a great deal to learn multiple exit strategies, because what you might think that applies to one property, it might not apply for the next property that you work on. And if you don't know the solutions, then you're kind of like, okay, so that's a dead lead for me, and then you just go on to the next one, and you lose the lead, and you lose the deal, a potential deal that could make you, I don't know, like 30, 40, 50, 60 grand, maybe even more, depending, how you structure the deal.
Right. How'd you like that part where we're talking about like breaking down deals? Because like I mentioned to a lot of people, right, wholesalers say, here's the number, that's what I need, and hopefully you can sell it to an investor. But you're digging in. It seems like we're going to be, and we're going to be digging in a little bit deeper than just the surface of what a deal is and what a deal is not, right?
Oh yeah, I got a really good understanding on how you were digesting that whole thing, and it was pretty good. I mean, I liked it, and I'm really excited for it. And I'm really hoping something will turn out in the next couple of weeks. I got more in the pipeline. I got a new list that's
Yep. Okay.
Grace, hopefully by tomorrow, and then I'll just upload it before my whole family's here and get it going.
Gotcha, man. Sounds wonderful. I know you got to rock and roll because you got a hot date, right?
Yes, it is. We've been in a rush, both of us. It's crazy. Because it's my son's birthday tomorrow too, so
right.
I've been trying to clean up the pool. My filter hasn't been cleaned up, so I got down and dirty, and we're in a rush. And she's like, "Okay, I'm almost done." And I was like, "Okay, I'll go and get my meeting going, and then we'll start getting ready. And by the time you'll probably be ready, and we'll go all."
Okay. No, I appreciate you taking the time. I'm sure she probably got cross-eyed. What are you talking about? We got stuff to do, and you're going to jump on this live real quick.
Yeah. I mean, she understands. She's been in a rush all day too, because she does balloon decorations, but then our neighbor across the street, she does business. So they kind of team up, and they work on clients.
Cool.
And this client that needed more balloons, and is down the street from us. Like I think it's College of the Canyons here in Valencia.
Oh wow!
Yeah, she got it. She had to get it done and rushed over. So I don't think we're doing dinner first. I think we're doing the movies, and then after.
Gotcha. What's the name of the business, man? Do a shout out.
So that'll be Events Danita.
Okay. How do you? What's the handles? How do they get a hold of her and you guys for that business?
Yeah, it'll be through Instagram, Events Danita, straight out, and contact Danita.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, and if you want to, put that in the chat, because then it'll float around. You know how that is, right? It floats around throughout the internet and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
You can send it to me. You can shoot to me in a private chat, and I can put your stuff up in the chat so people can get a hold of you and for you in that business.
Sounds good. Yeah. Sounds good. So yeah, I gotta hop out, but great talking to you. It was a great Friday. Really excited about all these leads that are coming in, and the work that has to get done to it. But I'm hopeful that we'll lock up something, one or two, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, no, for sure. It'll probably be faster than that because we're rolling pretty quick, right? So once we get the numbers, but I get it. You're being optimistic, or I should say, you're being conservative, right?
Yeah.
And I get that.
I don't want to say we're going to lock up something on Monday, but because I know business, so it's like, okay, well, we send out the offer. They just have to digest it and think about it and see what to get. But I heard from other investors, the money's in the follow-up.
Yeah, money's in the follow-up, fortune's in the follow-up, and we're pretty good with some of these leads and breaking them down. So we're definitely going to get them some contracts, some LOIs, and we go from there, right? All they can do is say no. And even if they do say no, we just keep following up, see what's going on. But they smell that we're going in the right direction, trust me. And as you do more and more of these leads at the end of the day, I do want to say thank you for jumping aboard, and thank you for jumping in here. Happy anniversary. Awesome. Hopefully you have an awesome birthday tomorrow with you and your son as well. And thank you for taking the time, Rodrigo. We appreciate that much. I always say, God bless you with abundance, prosperity, health, and wealth, brother. And we'll be chatting and talking throughout the weekend.
All right. Sounds good, Eric. Thank you very much again, and have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, that was Rodrigo. He came aboard the Amp Lab Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator, and he's already we're getting ready to probably within a little bit under 30 days write up this offer, write up some offers. There's opportunities there. So he's rocking and rolling, doing a good job, following directions, having a leap of faith, executing, and then obviously getting results. So it's a beautiful, lovely thing. So here we go. All right. I think he sent over that link. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Awesome. As promised. So definitely check it out. And his wife is obviously his partner as well. So that's cool. Rocking the power couple action. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in there for their business. She has a side business, or it's not even a side business. It's part of their business, what they do. They love it. It's passion. Go check it out. It's called, you can go to Instagram right there and check that out. It's at Events Danit. And Instagram, obviously. And then let's go ahead and do this. Give me a second. Okay. All right, so go definitely check that out. It's always about business, right? Help each other out. You know, like people go to the chamber. I did that a couple of weeks ago with the boss. Went to the Chamber of Commerce. Hitting these different cities and counties and stuff. You know, some are cool, some are, you know, hey, they want you to join and press you to join. Others are just cool, having some drinks, meet a bunch of people. And it's always kind of weird, right? Because it's like just getting a bunch of people and you know they're all there to do it. Get business, right? To socialize. Hey, here's my card, here's my thing, here's my bling, here's my zing, here's my jang. You know, they do that zing thing or whatever it's called, you know, to get people's information and or pass out cards or not get any information, right? So I know I was sitting there, I think at the table, and one time I was just sitting there. Some lady came up to me, hey, how are you doing? What are you doing? What's up? It was like she went to Networking 101 or some shit, and just asking a bunch of questions, like a robot, all weird and stuff. And then all of a sudden, yeah, this is what I do. This is what we do. This is what I do. This is what we do. And I'm like, you know, just on my phone doing my thing. And then all of a sudden, you know, some other guy goes, hey, how's it going? He knew her and said, look, I want to introduce you to this person. I'm like, man, that is fucking rude, right? Come on, you didn't see how this lady's talking to me? Not that I care, because I was like, you know, I was busy anyways on the phone. And I really didn't want to talk to her. But I'm there to network, so it doesn't make, you know, it is what it is, right? I went there for the food, right? I wanted to get some of that food. You know, eating up those teriyaki skewers and stuff, right? And just hang around, get some drinks and stuff, you know, so. But, you know, he came up, hey, how's it going? How's it going? Yeah, this. And then she goes over there. I wanted to introduce you to this lady. So she goes from standing right here to standing over here to standing over here. And all of a sudden, she's on the other side of the table. I'm going, okay, that's freaking rude. Even the lady was rude. She was like, oh, excuse me, I need to talk with these people. I've been waiting for this and that. No excuse, no nothing. I'm like, man, what a piece of shit, right? So I was like, whatever. And the boss is over there watching and stuff. She goes, what happened with that lady? I said, no big deal. The guy happened to be some wholesale brokerage guy or whatever, or deals with wholesale loans. And he brought a brokerage lady over, you know, and said, hey, you need to talk to this person. You know, I don't know, whatever. So they're over there talking. Maybe he felt guilty. He's talking to some other dude having a beer. Hey, what's up? What are you doing? Hey, how's it going, man? You know, yeah, this is what I do. This is what I do. Back and forth talking about stuff and like whatever. We didn't even exchange cards because I didn't really. I don't need the dude to say, well, you might want to go over there, talk to the boss because that's what, you know, you need loans. So boom, that's what they do. It's a broker, loans, go offer your services, right? Did you go do it? No, excuse me. You know, it's like whatever. So, you know, those things I always hate, right? I hate doing that stuff. I hate going to those things and networking, but it is part of the business. I like, you know, I want to go where there's people rocking and rolling, right? And I get it. They're all doing a little business. They want a little business. Chamber lady who runs it, and then they got the people who work inside the chamber, and they're like they got their own little businesses. They're there to get business, you know, and do the setup and all that good stuff. I get it. I used to do that several years ago, you know, where you go participate with the chamber and the city and the BNI and XYZ and, you know, all those team thingies or whatever. I guess it's cool. It's good to meet people, but I just want to meet like real people, right? You know, hey, do business, cool. Don't do business, it's okay. You know, is there, you know, protocol to here's my card, here's your card, boom, boom, boom. You know, and I know one dude, I'll just call him Bob, older guy, 70 years old, better vision than me. and I guess that's what he does, some eye doctor guy, but he's into stocks and stock markets and all that good stuff. So it's like, boom, it was a good contact. I should have got his number, right? And I was like, man, that's perfect mentor guy that I probably would pick his brain. And that's usually, you know, my spidey senses start tingling. But it's one of those like, you know, hey, that's cool. If he really wants to, if he likes what I'm saying and he's intrigued about what I do, and, you know, I'm paying attention to what he does, and, you know, maybe say, hey, here, check it out. You know, and me, hey, check it out. Can I get your number? Can we talk this and that? And all that good stuff. But, you know, it was one of those things where, yeah, that's probably a prime one to say, look, because you know the guy is successful. He's there. He's been there since 1989 and, you know, has a practice and all kinds of other stuff. He's doing stocks, and he's like, he doesn't have to be there. And then he gave me a tech. He wanted to impress me with his technology awareness, I guess, right? here you go. This is what I got. Check it out. I got this. You might want to go set up this and that so you can get more business. I said, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. And he was right about that, right? So there's a little social media tactic and show me some of the stock stuff that he's rolling in and stuff like that. So it's like, he didn't have anything to sell and I didn't have anything to sell him. So I was like, cool. I like that, right? But at the end of the day, I should have got his information because he is probably would have been a valuable asset. And that's the goal. It's to network. He was probably a high net worth per person and, and a smart dude and has been through business. So that'd be one that would have been just that one would have been good just for the whole event. Right. But I met other people and got all their cards and all that good stuff and exchanged cards and blah, 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 blah. And I met some good people, financial analysts and some insurance people, brokers, all kinds of stuff. Right. I think it was some, where do you make T-shirts and hats and bling, bling and all that good stuff. Kind of like stuff like that. Right. With the hats. And they go ahead and, make stuff for you and T-shirts and everything, right? All right, so let's get back to the calculator. Where's it at? How did it go? Is it here? Maybe it's here. All right, there it is. Cool. So let's bring up the calculator and let's finish up the show. I want to say thank you though for Rodrigo and anybody else who comes up and is brave enough to say, "Man, come on in, up and jump in here and share your wares and all that good stuff." Nothing. Hey. It's all good stuff. This is what this is all about. All right, so let's go. All right, this one's for Rodrigo and his real estate business. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat. Aroni as well. And social media. I'm also going to put down in there the deal automator. Grab that thing. As we're doing this here, because this is for the calculator, I'm going to show you how cool it is as we pop this out and share it with you and how it's going to help you. Like I said, it'd be DSCR loans, it'd be transactional funding, can be, double closings, any type of private money, or I should say hard money and all that cool stuff. I'm going to put the deal automator out here because obviously you're going to need to know that stuff, right? As you find a deal. And you're going to want to run it through the deal automator right there. Absolutely free. Grab it. It's going to spit out those numbers, and then you're going to put those numbers in here. So you can go, hey, do I have a deal like this here? Right? Do I have a deal or not? Cost of capital, all that stuff, right? It's going to project it. Boom. It's going to spit it out. Here's your net profit, $83,350. Profit margin is lower than most, right? And it is a little bit lower, so I'm going to have to adjust that anyways because it's at 10%. I'd rather be at about 10% to 13% return investment for pushing volume. 15 or above is awesome and beautiful. And I'm not looking for the unicorns, but I know other people are looking for those 20 to 25 to 30% return investments. Unicorn deals, you'll find them, but it's going to take a lot longer to find them. All right. So then when you're down here, check this out. This is an awesome thing. So when you're ready to submit your loan proposal, right, as you can see right here, you can generate a professional one-page proposal and submit directly to our preferred lending partner, VIP Execs Realty and Lending. Step into excellence, right? You can do that right here. Click that, and I'll show you what it does. You can also apply directly, right? So once you click that, it's going to send you over to the page, and you're going to, you'll apply directly. You don't have to. It doesn't cost anything. All that means is that she's going to get, and the broker's going to get what? Your application. It's kind of like, before that, you're going to get introduced them anyways, and you're going to do an application and get approved or not. If you can't get approved, then, hey, we'll figure it out. Get some other people, family members, somebody, it's always easy. Just create a real estate investing. All right. We'll think outside the box. But VIP Execs Realty and Lending with Miss Al, Step into Excellence. The lender website's right here. VIPExecLender.com, application, hard money, fix, flip, burr, bridge, purchase, refi. That was pretty fast, right? Amplify preferred partner. Exclusive preferred partner for AHA mentees and students. So let's check it out. So as you can see, it says you can apply right here at VIP Execs Lender, but let's check out the proposal, see what pops up. There you go. This is pretty cool. You can print it, PDF, send it. Now, it doesn't mean, of course, this is all about integrity and loyalty. So at the end of the day, yeah, you can use it, but it doesn't mean like to use it and then send it to another lender. No, give the broker a shot, right? Give the broker a shot since they are the preferred lender and you'll be working with us anyways. If you're at the one-on-one, then yeah, the one-on-one mentoring, then hey, we're going to use the lender to get what we need done. And you can use whoever you want, but if it blows up, then you don't blame it on me, because I probably won't be part of the transaction. I'll point you in the right direction. You can go do it. And if it works out, great. If it don't, then can't. I don't know. I can't be responsible for any of that. At the same token, you are, maybe you jump in, you can take it to anybody you want, right? But like I said, I believe in integrity and loyalty, communication, breakdown. We got families, that stuff's going to happen. But for me, I would rather, and I probably would pay more money with somebody that I trust, and I know they're going to do a good job, and they're going to watch out for me and all that good stuff. Of course, I want them to make money. Oh, and sometimes, hey, I don't ask for the friendship deal, but at the same token, our business deals, like, hey, can you help me out with this? We got that. We're going to do on this one. Everything's negotiating, right? Maybe later on, maybe give me a break on this one, because I'm bringing 3 more your way. Boom, I'm going to stack them up. I'm going to bring you business and this and that, or vice versa. You're going to bring me some deals, and you're going to make me some money. Then, we'll make up money in deals as we move forward, right? So, based on a case by case basis and scenario. All right, so let's check this out. This is cool. All right, so it has the date, prepared by, loan requested $500,000, right? It has the LTV, all this good stuff. Qualification grade A. So they're gonna look at that and go, okay, let's rock, right? So it's got all my information that they're gonna need. There it is, blank, blank, all this good stuff here, right? Rock and roll, put my stuff in here. VIP execs realty lending, preferred hard money lending. I could go right there. I click that right there. It's gonna take me to apply. Very simple, right? Click it. And I'll go ahead and I'll see what we got over here, see what you can see, right? So you can see this right here, which is cool. And then I'm going to go ahead and close it. And then it's going to say, go ahead and see if it goes back. It should go back, right? So there it is. So you can see apply now, right? Or, is 2 buttons. You got that one there, and you got a blue button here. So let's click the blue button so you can apply. Boink. It's going to take you here. So you can get started. 1 second. Go ahead and share this tab. Make sure that it's showing. Right. So there you go. You can go to the broker directly and get that sucker done. Get her done. Right. And we'll show this. Go back to this here. So make sure you can see that. So, right. And that's it. So that's pretty cool. Right. So it does everything for you. It makes the process a lot smoother and faster. And when you come aboard the AmpLive Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator, you can go ahead and jump on that. I will put that in there because obviously I'm going to be able to share that with you. Let me see if we got that here. Okay, here we go. And I will honor it for this show today. Call it a promo, call it a special. Even though we have our founding and charter members, you can see Mr. Rodrigo, Mr. Rod, part of the founding members of the AmpLive Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator. So I'm excited to bring out the testimonials, its contracts, everything that we're going to be doing, the deals, cranking out those checks. I'm not the one type that, he can do whatever he wants, but, I'm going to go around showing checks at the end of the day. Proof in the pudding is, hey, he's getting it done. He's closing some stuff up, right? That's good enough. Boom. If it works for you, awesome. If it don't, he'll do his testimonials. He's obviously not going to lie about that stuff. As well as any testimonial, because we don't write them. We give it to them. They do a video testimonial. They write it all out, say, hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. What's going on? I got a contract in 14 days, 30 days. So like this, probably the time we write a contract or a couple of contracts in the LOI, it'll be a little bit under 30 days by working with us through the AmpLive Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator. And once we get that, some testimonials, some other stuff from other people, and we start rolling this stuff out, we'll share it with you. It'll be in the platforms and all that good stuff. And even we'll use some of these as case studies, right? What transpired? How did this happen? Who did he talk to? What transpired? Why is this a pre-foreclosure? Why is this a sub-2? Why is this maybe a novation? Or, why did it turn into a wholesale deal or an option deal, right? Or lease purchase, right? So all those things would be cool to know and to learn about, obviously, because it's going to make you money. All right, so I put the link right up in there for the AmpLive Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator. Also, to our sponsors, VIP Execs Realty Lending and Investments. Consider buying and selling, right? Let us help you. Don't go solo. And it's true, right? For example, there's people right now getting qualified and they want to go buy a house. They either want the forever house or they want maybe a house, and then they want to, arbitrage it, not arbitrage, but house hack it, live it there for a year, rent it out, and then go find a bigger house. Or if they're finances change or whatever, or they want to live in a certain neighborhood and they know they got to buy this first before they can move to a different house or a different neighborhood, or not neighborhood, but depending on their finances, because they anticipate finances are changing. But the thing is, it's taking a long time to get in and lock up a house, or, find a house and then, writing it all up and then working a deal. For example, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, right? A couple of weeks ago, buyers, team member, brought the buyers, got them qualified, do a loan, all that good stuff, start hunting properties, and boom, 2-3 days later, and these guys and gals have been looking for properties, or his family been looking for property for about a year. And then obviously, VIP execs got involved. One of the team members brought them, got them qualified, and within 2 or 3 days, already in a contract, and that thing's going to be closing, right? So it's a beautiful. So that is the difference between a professional and someone who actually gets stuff closed, who actually executes and gets shit done, and the difference between people who don't, right? And maybe they're serving you and they're helping you and they're nice and all that good stuff. That's great, but it's not getting you what you need. It's not getting you a property. It's not finding a property that you lose out on 2 or 3 or 4 or 4, or 2 or 3 or 4, 4, 4, whatever that means, right? You just lose out on that stuff, right? And the same thing for listings and getting them sold, right? You got to be able to, work a deal with the other agents when they're bringing you stuff, or they're bringing, leads to the table. Now, I don't know, man, I fired 2 or 3 agents when you put a property on the market, and then they're like, hey, they love this, they love that, but they're not sure about this. And all of a sudden they go, man, these people love the property. Cool. Awesome. But it's not my job, because we hire agents to do that. But yes, I happen to be around, and, they start walking out. I go, well, hey, agent, why don't you go get those people? Let's work a deal with them. Well, they didn't like the French doors and this and that. Well, shit, we'll give them money to change that. We'll give them money to put freaking TVs on the wall. We'll give them whatever they want, as long as it's within the budget. Oh, don't worry. There's going to be a lot more. There's tons more. Don't worry about it. I'm like, no, go get them. I said, if you don't go get them, man, I'm going to go get them. And if I go get them and I bring them back and we get in the deal, I'm going to fire you. You're fired, right? Oh, well, this and that, whatever. And, and said, whatever. So I did go out. I did get their information. And then we chatted. And then, fired his ass, right? I said, I don't need somebody like that. I need somebody who's going to be aggressive. Someone's going to get the shit done. Not, go, oh, yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Because if I didn't say that, we wouldn't have got it sold that quickly, right? The same thing with the brokerage. That doesn't mean that happens. It just means that you won't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No. If they're buyers and and the property's listed, whether it's a house, a luxury property, a fixer-upper, or maybe it's something you fixed and you need somebody to list it through the brokerage, boom. You're going to get it sold. You're going to get it done. So my shout out to VIP Execs Realty, Lending and Investments. Step into excellence. Definitely Boink. It's right over there. Give her a call. Reach out. Southern California. If you decide you want to drop your license, this is what's awesome, right? You want to drop your license. You got a license. Maybe you're looking for a home. You're like, man, this sucks. I went to this brokerage. If you're new, you're probably going to spin your wheels for about 2 years before you find a home. Or you've been through the ringer. I went to this brokerage. They said this. They didn't give me any leads. They said they're going to be training. No training. They said they're going to do this with this split. No split. Lies. I get it. Not saying anything bad about just there's brokers out there, but there's a lot of awesome ones out there, right? It's like anything else. There's always the good and the bad with everything. But if you're not happy or you're looking for a home, get the best of both worlds, right? Right there, Boink. Get the brokerage action. And then, hey, you get this action over here and right behind us, all right? You get the traditional and then untraditional, right? Public sector, private sector, right? Bring them both together. It's going to help you do what on Thursdays when we have our what? Domination Live Networking Meetup. You're going to dominate your area. We're going to show you how to dominate and kick ass in your area to blow out other investors, other wholesalers, other brokers and agents and all that good stuff, and lenders, and slap them up here and there and boom, boom, and still make friends because they're going to see what you're doing. Then they're going to go, hey, can you help me out? Hey, I need a deal, right? It's always relevant to stuff like that. It just happens, right? I would say put your head down and grind. Positive mental attitude and action. The golden rule, right? Treat everybody, with respect and all that good stuff. And, it's kind of like the PMA, right? Treat everybody how you would like to be treated. That's the golden rule. It's positive mental attitude. Read between the lines, right? See the forest through the trees. All my little, little sayings, because they keep me fired up. That's what keeps me fired up. I do my morning ritual. I got to read. I got to study. I got to scribe. I got to, go with my goals, and then I hydrate, and then I do a little bit of a workout, some more Willian stretches, and then, hey, get showered up and suited up for the day. And that's what keeps me going. Now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean it happens. It doesn't mean it keeps the brain rolling positive every day. Sometimes you have a bad day. Sometimes it's like, you know what? I don't think I better go outside today because it's not rolling the way I need to. And that's okay. You can't control the chaos around you, right? The universe is controlled chaos to a degree, right? The world's controlled chaos. Everything you do, you think you have control, but people don't. It's all right here. The only thing you have control over is your own mind, how you're going to act, what you're going to do, what you're going to say, what decisions you make, right, are going to determine the outcome of everything. Of whether you're going to have an awesome day, a shitty day, a bad day, is all up to you. And that's what's funny, right? People get all pissed off, and even like sellers, and they're cussing and doing this, or maybe investors or buyers or people, or the cashier at Walmart or Albertsons or Vons or whatever. And they take it out on you, take it out on other people because their boss was an asshole or something like that, right? And I get it. When you get to a certain level and you're vibrating higher and your positive mental attitude, you kind of understand those things, right? Because you don't know what they've been through. You don't know how their day was and stuff, right? Doesn't mean they don't have any right to treat you like shit, but, it's going to happen, especially now in today's world where, this woke shit and it's all over the place, right? It's just a giant mess. And then the stuff they're doing, with the government and everything, I get it. I'm not going to get into that. The political stuff, we'll save that for another show, like for Inform America, or the Sunday Rants and Raves that's coming up this Sunday, okay? But we are bringing out some other stuff here. Let me finish up with that awesome, cool calculator. Definitely, if you want to come aboard and jump on it, but that's going to help you because actually you get access. You're going to need money to rock deals. Also going to show you how to rock what? Private money, and how to build your own bank of money to be able to rock deals as well. When you have deals, the secret elixir is deals, right? So we're at a 1 hour. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. I'll probably be back maybe this evening or tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. Tomorrow we're signing off and we're changing the schedule here, right? Because it's going to be about deals. We'll be out in the area of the Inland Empire, San Bernardino, Orange County, Los Angeles, right? So we're obviously getting appointments, and obviously we got some people calling from different states and mentees doing their stuff as well. So we stay busy. There's a lot of stuff going on, but still with the Amp Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator, right? That was a juicy, fun, different project. But we'll be I believe we're going to be bringing it back because as we move forward, right, you got charter members and then our founding members. And my goal is I want all pistons flowing and rocking, boom, boom, boom. And not everybody's going to be moving forward. Not everybody's going to show up. Not everybody, some people go MIA. I get it. It's not, at the end of the day, you sign up and you do your thing. You'll learn some awesome stuff. Lifetime membership, open door policy, always. So, but I want to fill it with more and more people that, because I want those, I want the results and testimonials. It's going to help us more. So I may open it up or I may not, but I know that because obviously it's 12,997 right now. But when we launched it, we had the founders, got them set, and the charter members at 1,997. I don't even, I'm like, what is that? It's pennies on the dollar. So, but I still, choke up when I talk about it. Right? I say, man, all the stuff we're doing and the money we're going to lose at, all that good stuff based on doing it this way. But, as you can see, look at Rodrigo came aboard, bam. It was lower than the 1997, but he came aboard and he's kicking butt and he's talking. And we're talking to sellers today, and we're moving forward, right, at his pace, of course, right, because he has stuff to do. He got family, he got anniversary, he got mom and dad, and all this good stuff. And he works a regular job, right? So and his wife has a business, and they got kids, right? So that's a busy schedule. I know because I've been there. 3, right? I know when have kids growing up. But there's no excuses, right? At the end of the day, it just depends on what you want, right? Your wife takes it, to school, or I got to pick them up, right? We juggle all this stuff. The kids hear it. The kids know, like when I was coming up in real estate, right? And the kids were busy or making noises. They knew, hey, once he saw mom and dad on the phone, they know it's business. And say a word. They take off. They go do something, right? Because they know it's business. They know how this works, right? But, I guess it's conditioning them to understand that that's what we're doing. And our business is everywhere, right? Even we go on vacation, we take off somewhere, we go to a resort. Mom, dad's on the phone. Now, sometimes, we forget, and They're like, man, come on, you gonna take a break, mom and dad, just go hang out, go do some stuff, but it's only a couple of minutes. So what? A couple of minutes, make some phone calls, boom, 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 get a contract, it's 10, 15, 20,000 bucks. Okay, cool, we're done. They don't know that. We know that. But we got to, we do this for who? For our families, for our wives, our children, right? We live for them. I do. That's what this is about, right? It's about God, family, you take care of yourself, right? Friends and family, and then everything else after that, right? So, that's how it works. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. But this is something cool, creative real estate investing, how to get those off-market deals, and that's what we're doing right now. I'm not going to go forward with anything else. I think I got what I want to share with you on that calculator, which I think is awesome. It's a great way to be able to know if you got deals or not, and it's part of the learning process, which is awesome. Obviously, introduce you if you scan that QR code, which is below, for the one-on-one mentoring program. Looking for 5 people. 5 people, that's it. 5 people that are going to come aboard the one-on-one mentoring program 7 days a week if needed. It's the only mentoring program of its kind. We train and mentor you. And yes, everything like we talked about to create a real estate investing accelerator only has 3 things: wholesaling, lease options, rent to own, and Subto, right? The American Mentee program is everything under the sun that's creative real estate investing. Yes, and you still get connected to AMP Live, VIP, Execs, Realty, Lending, Investments, and Luxury Properties to help you with the loans, and all our resources become your resources. 20 years on my side, 20 years on the broker side. That's 40 years combined experience to be able to, kick ass in this business. And that's what we're here to do. That's what I've committed to do through AHA, Americans Helping Americans, and AMP Live, the American Mentee program, as well as AMP Live Media, which powers us and others across the United States of America. Media, broadcasting, and marketing company. And yes, our affiliated partners, VIP, Execs, Realty, Lending, and Investments, that you can see right up there, boom, on the top. That's the both of us there rocking and rolling. We'd love to have you come aboard. We'd love to have you drop your license or come aboard the AMP Live Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator, or maybe the American Mentee program, or just, VIP Execs, become an agent, become a buyer's agent, listing agent. Heck, maybe you might want to do loans and say, I want to switch over and get my NMLS license and become a lender, and and drop your license under the brokerage, right? So there's a lot of opportunities that we've spent over the years to give to you. Like, obviously, if you become an agent, that's awesome, right? You're going to learn and dominate. You're going to dominate anybody who comes into your area. There shouldn't be a reason why you cannot get a listing, a buyer's agent, or work a deal, because even if it's going, oh my God, that's not going to work. Well, you're going to figure out that it is. You know how many agents? I'm going to say probably 99% of agents do not know how to understand the real estate investing side of things, or let deals go because if it's not in their box of I can't list it or I can't work with the buyer, then it's gone. Kind of like the wholesale thing, right? If it's maximum 70 cents on the dollar and it's a little bit, it doesn't work, then you have to move. So this is almost like the same thing, right? We'll be able to take down these deals because we can go higher. We got more weapons in the arsenal than others. Same thing for real estate. As a real estate agent, or buyer's agent, listing agent, you can have more tools in your arsenal than any other investor or agent or broker out there, right? And we are rolling out a broker program, which is going to be cool. So I'm happy about that. It's going to be for brokers exclusively, and that is coming down the wire too. So let me go ahead and move back up here and share that with you. Then I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up with the American Mentee program, one-on-one mentoring program. Let's see if there's a QR code, and you can go ahead and jump on that. Not sure where's it at. Let me see. It's right there. Looks the same, right? I think it does. It's right there. Boom. Scan that. There's only 5 spots for the end of the second quarter. Once the second quarter is over, then obviously we reset, reboot, and go after 5 more and bring on 5 more and share. That's 5 mentees. That means 5 families, right? Because every mentee has a family. So that's what I like about it. Yeah, and it serves our AHA mission, which is our cause and mission to help our fellow Americans across the United States of America, one America at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, doing our part to get America back on track together with you and others across the United States of America. Go ahead and wrap up the show. I do thank you for watching Friday Highlights and now Offers Friday, because that's what's happening, right? Offers are going to be written today. They have been written. They're already ready to go. And it's going to be from us as well as mentees that are, and students that are going to be sending off their deals throughout the weekend for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And yes, as you heard from Rod, we got appointments on Monday, appointments on Tuesday. But you can see how this is done, right? We're setting appointments. We're getting deal flow. We're getting properties. We're talking to sellers. That's what this is all about, but it's in a way where you can understand it, right? There's a process to it. If you do this the right way. Now, some people like to jump around, and I get that. Sometimes we have to, right? Because if a deal comes to the table, boom, we got to strike while the iron's hot, which is great. Because if you weren't working with us or anybody else, then you'd be like, let it go. It's going to fall through what? It's going to fall through the cracks, and you don't want that. You want to be able to grab that sumbitch, lock on, and not let go, right? Kind of like a shark where your eyes roll back of your head, boom, you lock in, and you devour. And that's not a bad thing. All that means is that, yes, because if you don't, here's the simplest way. You want to put it in a nice way, is that if you don't get the deal, someone else is going to get the deal. And those people might not be as honest as you. They may be unscrupulous. They may be, who knows what they're about. If they're taken care of, awesome, God bless them. It just means that they beat you to the punch, and they got your money, they got your lead, they got your deal. And that's from not following up, or you just didn't do what you needed to do when you first talked to them and lock up a deal and get out there. Maybe there wasn't enough urgency on it. Stuff happens. Maybe you're having a lazy day, but then all of a sudden you're fired up the next day and you're going, how come I locked up this one but didn't lock up that one, right? It's about analyzing that stuff. We analyze that stuff for you so you can stay consistent and be able to knock out this business the way you need to, okay? But there is a process to it. Even if you kind of just go through the process, it still works. You don't have to be all high octane. You can be low octane. You just cruise. And as long as you hit the elements and you say what you're supposed to say and you go through the motions. But of course, you're always going to be fired up when you're thinking about helping a seller, you're thinking about rocking a deal, right? And you're thinking about, just business in general and knowing what your mission is. Like the mission is the submission, right? Like today, we talked to the people. Now what's next? We got the mission to the submission. That's why we got on a horn. Right. So put it all in there. You're going to submit it, get a copy. We get a copy, underwrite. Now it's underwriting time. That's why when we set the appointment, hey, no problem. You can call me anytime. You can call me tomorrow. Boom. We set up the call. But we're going to touch bases with know what I'm talking about. You probably don't know, but the call that Rod was on today, along with myself, is that, we're going to have an appointment on Monday, but we're probably going to touch bases with that seller on Saturday and Sunday as well. We'll get a little bit more information. We'll build that relationship a little bit more. And then on Monday, we're going to have that meeting. We're going to talk, and then we're going to submit an offer to her, right? And go to the seller and go from there, and then see what transpires, and then massage it. And if she's smart, she'll take it. If not, hey, it is what it is. Doesn't mean that she's dumb. Just means it's just not for her, and that's okay, or for the seller, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be. Okay. So let's keep that in mind. You can scan the QR code right there. That's for the American Mentee program. There's only 5 spots left. Only 5 spots. Now, if you do want to get in, because we are looking for some good charter people as well, just talk with me. We'll see what we can do, either finance or get you in somehow, or put a down payment of some sort, and we'll start from there. It's just a starting point, right? And we'll go from there. And then maybe we'll recycle every 3 months, like we do with the American Mentee program. Maybe we won't. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, right? That's what we're doing here. So definitely reach out and let's chat. Let's talk. Any questions? Let's rock and roll. So hopefully you'll enjoy today's segment on the hard money stuff, right? What's going on, some of the stories. Hopefully they enlighten you. Hopefully they kind of open up your mindset a little bit, or open up your mind and going, man, okay, this is pretty cool. I like this stuff. I like what he's saying. Then definitely like, love, and share it. Appreciate it. Hashtag Get Erick Paul Live. I always like to say rock and roll in all that you do, right? And in God we trust. Keep on rocking and rolling. God bless you with abundance, prosperity, health, and wealth. I may be back out a little bit later on because I think we got I want to share the wholesale calculator with you on a deal that we're looking at, and we're going to roll it out, maybe share it with you. Hopefully it'll be educational. I might just do that in the Facebook group as kind of like just a bonus type thing. So if you don't have the Facebook group link, it's probably going to be somewhere in here. I don't know if I have it. Maybe I'll just put it in here so you can go and join. Whoops, I thought that was a pin. Let me see. Maybe I'll just put it in here. And definitely download the Amp Live Subto calculator absolutely for free. And let me see where this at. Page. Let me see. Is it over here? We'll go to the groups. Definitely get the free calculator, the free calculator. As my son used to say when he was a baby, it's a calculator. This is going to be let's share real estate investment deals together. I don't know why there's not like a custom URL there. It should have been done a long time ago, but it's all good. Okay, so I'm going to put this right up in here in the chat. All right. Let's see. And then over here, I believe what else we got here? I think we're putting that in there. Oh, you can DM me, yes, anytime with your deals, questions, or business proposals. I'm going to put this and we're going to end it here. This is going to be a application for the Join the Cause and Mission. That means the American Mentee Program. And yes, Erick Jimenez is the Faith First Creative Finance Coach, the only mentoring teaching Americans to buy houses without banks through the AHA movement, right? And what I meant by that is I like that. I like what was on the calculator. I thought that was awesome. I'm going to go back to it because I want to read it to you again. I like that tagline. AHA, Americans Helping Americans. Own your piece of America. And that's one of our missions as well. Okay, so here we go. Boom. Put that all right there. There it is. You're going to sign out. Keep on rocking and rolling in all that you do. Once again, take care. Bye-bye.